Recording in progress. Okay, we're about to start. Go back to your seats. So the 53rd regular session of the 20th City Council is now called to order. Invocation by Councilor Evie Imano, singing of the Lupang Hinirang, then followed by the Cagayan de Oro March. Please rise.
Let us all put ourselves in the holy presence of God. Sa katong pwede manguros, we make the sign of the cross in the name of the Father, and the Son, of the Holy Spirit. Amen. Dear God, good afternoon. We thank you for your guidance and for providing us with safety as we come here this afternoon and we come before you in this moment of gathering. May you bless us during our session. Bless us with clarity of thought, open hearts and open minds, and a spirit of cooperation. May your wisdom guide us always in our discussion and in our decisions always. This we ask through Christ our Lord. Amen. In the Father, and the Son, and the Holy Spirit. Amen.
Mga kababayan, ang pambansang awit ng Pilipinas. Kayang magiliw, teras ng sinangalan, alam ng puso, sa titik mo'y buhay. Lupang hinirang, kuya ka ng magiting, sa manlulupin, di ka pasisigil, sa nagatang tutok sa simoy at sa langit mong bagaw, ay hinatang tulang awit sa paglayang minamahal. Ang isang ng matawad mo'y tagumpay na nagtitindig, ang bituin at araw niya kailan pang ay magtitindig. Luman ang araw ng warhagit pagsinta, buhay langit sa piling ko. Ang hindi kaya na pagkay mga akin, at mamatay ng dahil sa'yo.
Please be seated. Mr. Secretary, please do the roll call.
Honorable Jocelyn B. Rodriguez, City Vice Mayor and Presiding Officer for the 1st District Councilors, Honorable Agapito Heriberto G. Swan, Honorable Roger G. Abaday, Honorable J.R. Pascual, Honorable Amy Rose P. Moreno, Honorable Romeo V. Calizo, Honorable George S. Goking, Honorable Jose Pepe S. Abu Jr., Honorable Malvern E. Esparcia. For the 2nd District Councilors, Honorable Ivona Yasin B. Imano, Honorable Maria Lourdes Isgaani, Honorable Joylene Mercedes L. Balaba, Honorable James K. Judith II, Honorable Ian Mark Yunakaya, Honorable Edgar S. Cabanlas, Honorable Christian Rostico M. Achas, Honorable Josette G. Magtahas Daba on official business. For the ex-officio members, Honorable Yan Lam S. Lim, Liga ng mga Barangay President, and Honorable John Michael El Seno, City SK Federation President. There is quorum, Madam Presiding Officer.
Quorum is hereby certified. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Our visitors who are here today, our councilors, those who are watching us right now, Cagayanons, fellow Cagayanons, maayong hapon. Our friends from media, maayong hapon. When I had this Vice Mayor's League in Davao, I was able to visit the Mayor Baste. I was given the chance to visit him. I was bringing along with me the resolution, the sister city of Davao and Cagayan de Oro City. Luckily, I was accommodated and we had a pleasant conversation. And he promised once everything will be complied, then he will come to visit Cagayan de Oro for the MOA signing. So that was, I was thankful to the Mayor Baste of Davao City. Majority Floor Leader, you have the floor. Councilor, Majority Floor Leader, Attorney, Councilor Edgar Cabanlas.
Daghang salamat atong butan nga Vice Mayor Debot Rodriguez. Mayong hapon, good afternoon to one and all, Vice Mayor, members of the City Council, people of Cagayan de Oro. Madam Chair, may I move to dispense the reading of the minutes of the previous regular session of this Council on September 4, 2023.
Any second? Objection? I hear none. Motion is hereby carried.
Move to approve the said minutes.
Second? Objection? I hear none. Motion is hereby carried.
On the special report portion, Madam Chair, 3 members of the City Council are intending to make a special report or render a special report. The first would be Councilor James Judith, who would be talking about reserved parking spaces of private establishments in the downtown area. Second is Councilor Jan Seno on the final report of the assignment that this council has given him.
Okay.
About the unfinished projects of some contractors of the city government. And third is Councilor General Rumi Calizo. He will be discussing about DPWH project in Patag.
Okay.
So that would be the sequence, Madam Chair. May I move that Councilor Judith be recognized? But before that, wait lang, Madam Chair, we have visitors from the Bayanga National High School. I think they're there together with their instructors,
And principals.
their principal, and they are here to observe the proceedings of the council, the city council, to know more on how the legislative department of the government acts or do their job for better learning and for posterity's sake. So we are recognized. I hope the chairman.
Yes, welcome. No, this is our plenary hall with the councilors who are here today. We welcome you and hope that our students, high school students, will be able to observe the parliamentary procedure and hopefully you will remember everything. No, you're going to be college soon, and hopefully, probably one of you will be the vice mayor here, sitting in this chair. So good luck. And welcome again. Thank you very much.
You can stay as long as you want. But of course, until we are finished. No more. No more. Okay. So, Madam Chair, we proceed with our special report with Councilor Judith.
Councilor Attorney James Judith, you have the floor.
Sa atong halangdong Vice Mayor Jocelyn Bebot Rodriguez, ang atong Majority Floor Leader Council Edgar Cabanlas, atong mga bisita, ang mga taga Bayangan National High School uban ang ilang mga magtutudlo, naglangkob pod sa ila baling delegasyon, ang ilang mga tinunan. Ang atong pong gingsakpan sa prensa, ang atong tinanggang katawhan sa bayan sa Cagayan de Oro sa inyong tanan, maupay. Ang akong special report kabahin sa mga reserved parking spaces sa mga pribadong establishmento din sa atong downtown area. Kung mabantayan, Madam Chair, inani ni siya, ang dalan, ipanagiyahan sa tanan. Ang dalan para sa tanan. Apan, subo pamalandungon, kaya ang atong mga, pipila sa atong mga kaigsunan, nga naa na ni Muyo o baka na ay gamay nga patigayon din sa sentro o kinapusurang bahin sa atong dakbayan. Wala man nagsubay sa unsay kamanduan sa atong building code. Nga imbes nga sa ila baling propiedad dinhi sa sentrong bahin sa atong dakbayan, naamanggod nakalatid bali sa atong building code nga aduna kay nay provisions dia bahin sa sidewalk, bahin sa imong access bali sa dalan, o ang parking base sa sulod gyud sa imong luna. Apan nasabtan ako siguro kay bot nila nga isagad-sagad magyud nila ang kinitabukan sa ilang luna dinhi sa sentrong bahin sa dakbayan para makapangyawat lagi mo nang gisagad-sagad nila para naapoy madaginot nila nga pipila ka bahin sa ila baling propiedad. So ang naitabo, Madam Chair, is mauni nga imbes nga aduna sila parking base, nagsalig sila dito nila gihapak or gibawi sa atong dalan nga pidpid bali sa ilang propiedad. So ang naitabo, mabantayan na lang nimo, adunay mga dalan pipila ka bahin dinhi sa atong dakbayan, labi na dinhi sa dinumero nga barangay sa kinapusurang bahin. Naatya makita nimo nga naay mga establishmento nga gipang alihan nila, gipangharangan nila ang atong mga dalan, gipangbutangan og baka nangagamit na nga police line, mga materyales sa RTA o mga construction materials di na magamit, bato, basta na lang nga maharang ang maubaling spasyo diya sa atong dalan, pagpasabot or di mailan nga reserve ka na nga parkinganan para sa ilang establishmento. Nasayot man kita, Madam Chair, nga kana bawal. Dili man kana pwede nga imo nang i-reserve baling nga parking space kay dili man na imuha kun dili dalan man kana nga walay na nagiya kun dili gipanagiyahan sa tanan. Mo na nga ang atong buhatan na amay nagpaabot sa ato sa mao nga problema, dili man ta basta-basta nga moadto na lang dalon dinhi sa wanan sa atong konseho kun dili nato masuta. Atong gisuta, nagpadala kita og team og mao kini atong nakita tuod man katong gipangtumbok sa report or sa reklamo sa akong gi-verify tinuod gyud di ay nga naay nagharang. Sama anang maglugar Boss Torx na sa Tiano Gomez. Ako ginang gipangbutang annotation sa Cruz Taal Veles. Kaning Tiano Brothers yakapin na ay nakaali dia girepurpose nila ang kanibitong signage. Naka-clever na pod ang atong mga kaigsuunan. Kaysa una magpagama gid sila gitawag nga reserve parking space. Pero kay matataw man obvious man bali sa RTA, gakabadlungan sila, ang ilang hangimuon na lang karon, ilang ipang-repurpose ang katong mga daan ng mga signage sa RTA or madi na magamit ng mga construction materials or bato o unsa pa kada plyboard or plywood, basta lang maharag ti mailan nga dili magamit sa uban. Inani lang, Madam Chair, at this juncture, I have two prayers, Madam Chair. First is a call for action on the part of the RTA. Ikaduha, to refer the matter to the appropriate committee, which is the Committee on Public Utilities chaired by Chairman Councilor General Romeo Calizo. Inani lang, Madam Chair, kung imong tan-awon, ginagmay bitaw ni nga mga butang. Pero kung imo gid baling subayon, imo baling tapukon, dako na baya ang epekto niini para sa hatag solusyon sa nagkagrabe, nagkasamot na nga problema sa dagan sa trapiko dinhi sa atong dakbayan. Dili niingon usa ka dako kay nga skema nga sulbaro na to ang problema sa traffic. Pero ako hugot nagatuo, Madam Chair, kung imong himuon, tumanon lang nato ang balaod, sama nini, dako na kayo epekto sa paghatag solusyon sa problema sa traffic dini sa atong dakbayan. Dini na lang kukutob, Madam Chair, daghang salamat ug asdang Cagayan de Oro.
Thank you very much, Councilor Attorney James Judith. Yes, Councilor Roger Abaday, you have the floor.
Daghang salamat, Madam Presiding Officer, Vice Mayor Vivo Rodriguez, mga kong kauban sa 20th City Council ug sa tanang nananaw nato karon, virtually and physically, labi na sa atong bisita nga taga Bayanga National High School. Maayong hapon sa tanan, no? That's a very good special report. I think I have already brought that to the previous city council or sessions, no? With regards with that obstruction of just streets, so ipamutang bisag unsa na lang any objects, and those are contributory to our traffic problem, traffic congestion. Wala pa ma-actione sa atong RTA. Siltian ko na ang atong RTA karong kana may tungod niya na. Pero ang ilang rason nga kulang pa daw silang personnel o kulang sila og kinisakyanan. Pero kaganiya orang dunay giton over nga mga uno man siguro to, Vice. Three ko siguro magamit na pang hakuto na siguro kanang mga katong special report ni Councilor James Judith, no. Pero there are parking. So under Republic Act 4136, Traffic Code of the Philippines, and there are areas that are not permitted. They are permitted for parking at all times. Naisiyam ka area, no. For example, kasagara gyud nga violate kaning in front sa private or authorized driving sa ilang gate. Di gina siya paparkingan kay para na sa convenience sa mga private owners, no? All national roads that should not be parked within 6 meters ang just sa intersection, 6 meters dili ka makaparking diha kay that is reserved for vehicle that will kumuliko sila o moagi. Kaning double parking at the foot of the bridge, at the fire hydrant o kining sa traffic lights, maobserba nato munang nasa giparking gid diya sa front sa so those are prohibited. Ang mga drivers supposed to be, or even owners, private owners should know this law under traffic code, no? So mas maini nga doon na naman tayo balaod, na naman tayo ordinansa nini. So, mas maini kay na brought out again by Councilor Judith og ato ging ipa-action na ni ang RTA, no, or concerned committee, so that we will be able to clean our streets, no. Niya unta usab doon na sa dakong participation na ni sa atong mga barangay official. Kaya sila una mo enforce na ni nga violation. Kaya this is a violation of the law. So this should have to be the one. Nanay memorandum sa DILG nga to clean our streets. But until now, problema gyapon. So I think this will be resolved for in the proper committee and the proper agency addressing this concern of a special report of Councilor Judith. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you very much, Councilor Roger Abaday. So this will, okay. Councilor Romeo Calizo, you have the floor.
Thank you very much, Madam Chair. Good afternoon to you and to my colleagues and to all our guests. Actually, this issue has been raised to the committee several times already. And the appropriate provisions of law, whether embodied in Republic Act 4136 or in our existing ordinances, Madam Chair, it's just a matter of enforcement. First, the issue on the setback, that's supposed to be imposed on all these buildings along the roads. In Divisoria, it can hardly be enforced at this point in time, Madam Chair. In fact, the problem then of the OBO is not the technical experts on engineering, not the technical experts on building constructions, but we need lawyers. Because if we still solicit the expertise of our city legal office, they might be overburdened already, Madam Chair. That's why there was even a suggestion, I think, by the Honorable Edgar Cabanlas, that there should be a lawyer in OBO. Because we cannot just let the city legal office act on providing legal actions on particular issues, just like enforcing the setback rule. Now, even on the provisions cited on the memorandum sent to local government by the DILG on the road clearing mandate, Madam Chair, it can hardly be enforced because of the absence again of a lawyer at RTA. Matod pa ni Councilor James Judith, ang RTA may act up to this level only, but their actions are limited. Maybe today they'll be successful in clearing the roads, but tomorrow again, the same offenders will do the same. So what do we need? Legal action, actually. So RTA may, well, it will be good if this will be referred to my committee. Maybe since RTA is already experiencing a lack of personnel, we can also deputize our respective barangays. Because in the barangays, they can enforce already their authority to clear their respective areas, Madam Chair. If, just like, for example, you go to Nazareth, only one road is being occupied. The other side of the road is clear, so that the traffic flow will not be hampered. In some other barangays, they do the same. But here in Divisoria, I don't know what the barangays are doing. So probably this will be referred to a joint committee meeting, my committee, on the Committee on Public Utilities, and also on the Committee on Barangay Affairs, Madam Chair.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay. So thank you very much, Councilor Romeo Calizo. So we will be referring this to Committee on Public Utilities and Committee on Barangay Affair, Councilor Alam Lim. Okay. So the next speaker will be Councilor Michael Seno. You are recognized. Allah. Agay.
The very foundation of
Agay.
government is to provide its citizen with infrastructure that is well built and completed in a timely manner. It is quality government service for which our citizens are setting aside their hard-earned money. And so the very least that we can do is to deliver this service by completing infrastructure projects without unnecessary delay. Our Honorable Presiding Officer, Vice Mayor Jocelyn Bebot Bautista Rodriguez, the members of this Honorable City Council, the Majority Floor Leader, Attorney Edgar Cabanlas, friends from the media, fellow Cagayanons, and of course, the students of Bayanga, kung mga kabatanunan sa Dakbayan sa Cagayan de Oro, and all those present in this August Hall, a pleasant day to all of you. My task today will not be as pleasant as this lovely Monday afternoon. I have solemn duty of reporting the grim state present in implementing our infrastructure projects. The status quo is plagued with many inefficiencies, bottlenecks, and other problems that hinder the city from performing its lawful mandate of building reliable, speedy, and durable public infrastructure for our citizens to enjoy. Hangyo lang ko, medyo taas-taas ni. No. The problem, ladies and gentlemen, murag wala diya akong presentation, ha? Unya na mugawas ang katong pinaka-importante. Within the last 2 to 3 years, over 100 infrastructure projects are in implementation limbo. Many of these began in 2011 and even in 2019. Yet the project status report submitted by the City Engineer's Office state 0% accomplishment. Others have not reached 50% completion even after the commencement 3 years prior. How could this be, you may ask? Uban, wa pa magsugod, ang uban 50%, pero tulo na katuig ang nilabay. The recent public health crisis is the easiest excuse. Matod pa nila, COVID man, di kalihog. However, the Department of Public Works has issued numerous guidelines to prevent public infrastructure implementation from grinding to a halt. And after vaccination became prevalent, there could be no other reason but internal inefficiencies in the key government agencies involved in delivering these projects to our people. Iabot man ang punto nga naa ni vaccination, pwede naman bakunahan, ngano wala pagyapoy mga tao nga naglihok sa site. This is not to say that private contractors cannot be faulted in any way. The contractors demobilized some projects without stating any reasons, while others were halted due to a lack of manpower and construction materials. Some contractors stopped their projects without any explanation. Gilakaw lang. Gibiyaan lang ang proyekto. And when contacted by the resident engineer, RA, they were met with no response. Wala in town, di pasagdan lang atong mga resident engineers. Many projects were halted for reasons which were completely preventable from the start. For instance, a contractor for constructing a child development center at Purok 8, Puerto, were started in 2019 and must be completed by 2020. The contractor was Luis Builders. However, as of the present, the project was not moved a single inch. Why? Because there was a road right-of-way problem and no exact project location. When contacting the contractors for further investigation, he could no longer be contacted. Wala na po dani ang kontraktor. Naghimo tag plano, mag-implement, apan wala di kabutangan ug asa dapit. Ikaduha, kung naa magali kabutangan, naay problema sa road right-of-way. Ako nang isa-isay sa sunod. The RA suspended the construction of Kihapon Creek Bank Protection structure due to the road right-of-way problem as well. Muning katong special report maybe of Councilor Bernie Bitok-Bitok sa barangay Bugo. Muni siya ang katong ang creek, gidivert na ang tubig, gisulod na hinon dito sa Panimalay. Naay problema das road right-of-way tungod kay naay mga IPs kaniadto nga nagpuyo. No? Unya di sila musugot but karon wala na may mga IPs. Ang problema, ang kontraktor wa na sab. But this time, it was the indigenous people in the area did not want the project to proceed earlier this year. However, the City Engineer's Office conducted a site inspection and found that the IPs who opposed the project were not present anymore after informing the contractor, LG Lasacar Construction, of the recent development and ordering the resumption of activities on the site. There is no response or activity from the contractor. Wala lang yung pagpakabana, pasagdan lang. The construction of a terminal fence, perimeter fence for a public utility jeep gate, entrance and exit at Barangay Bulwa did not begin simply because the contractor, MGB Builders, had not bothered to. The project was supposed to commence in December 2021 and be completed in March 2022, yet 2 years later, the progress report states 0% completion. Nanibarot akong balahibo. Many other projects were either halted or had not begun constructions for reason of non-cooperation by the contractor, road right-of-way problems, and even overlapping DPWH projects. Naghimo kitag plano, naghimo po plano ang district offices, pag-abot na to, pag-implement, nahuman naman di ay, because there's a lack of coordination. The list goes on, ladies and gentlemen. These problems highlight the prevalent issues in implementation of the projects without addressing the issue that caused these problems. Our citizens will continue to be deprived of a speedy implementation of a quality infrastructure, the enjoyment of which their lawful right as taxpayers. Ato ning pasagdan, magpabilin lang gihapon kining pagpihig sa tawhanong katungod sa atong mga katawhan kung isgutan nato ang magbabayad sa buhis. After an investigation into the matter, the Committee on Public Works has found that several practices can be pinpointed as the causes of all these issues. Ladies and gentlemen of this honorable body, if we can excise these tumors from our government process, we can ensure that the future infrastructure projects implementation can go smoothly and that any unnecessary delays can be effectively avoided. Solving these problems will guarantee our constituents that their taxes are effectively used for their enjoyment. First issue, conceptualization of projects themselves. The city engineers formulates the detailed engineering plans during the planning level. This plan lays down the project specification, including the exact location wherein the project is to be implemented. Ako lang ning i-discuss ang detailed engineering works. Kining detailed engineering works, muadto gyud ka mismo sa site kung asa nimo gusto nga na-implement ka project. Let's say for example sa Barangay 32. Kinanglan ikaw mismo taga-planning, muadto ka mismo dito para makita nimo kung unsa bagay status karon. Dili kay sa ilahang akong gakabantayan, Madam Presiding Officer, mag-table mapping. Buot pasabot, dito lang sa opisina, maghimo og plano, tan-awon ang mapa. Pag-abot na dito, naaman day problema, sure day tupoy, kinaaman day balay na nimuyo. Napoy project na to, Madam Presiding Officer, diya sa atong mga kaigsuunang IPs sa FS Kataniko. Nalipay in taon sila ganay proyekto, ipahamtang para kanila na pwede nilang kasilungan. Apan unsaon paghimo sa mga proyekto, Madam Presiding Officer, nga wa pa may tulay, kay kinanglan man to tabukon sa tulay. Tungod kay nag-table mapping man. Wala man dito mismo nagtanaw. Sama pananglitan sa ato ang gihimo karon nga City Library, Madam Presiding Officer. Dili mahuman sa contractor, Madam Presiding Officer, ang phase 2 tungod kay ang nakaprogram, Madam Presiding Officer, 38 ka buok poste, ipatindog mo na tanan taman sa floor, walay beam. Kay ang beam nakabutang sa phase 3. So, dili ni mo mahuman ang phase 2 kung dili ka mo proceed sa phase 3. And karon medyo nahunong na po na, tungod kay ang city government, mangutana unta asa ba ang structural analysis niini. Kay kana, ang atong loan, Madam Presiding Officer, this is to inform the City Council that the 400 million will not finish the city library. Abang pa lang ang electrical ana, wala pa'y suga, wala pa'y furniture. Muna nga gatanaw na to karon kung mahimo, tanaw na tong structural analysis kay base na nubra ang atong sa structure, magamit na lang nato para himuon og furnitures, Madam Presiding Officer. Muna nga dili gyud mahuman ang phase 2 kung dili sila mo proceed sa phase 3, kay ang phase 3 naaman didto ang mga beams. Alangan ipatindog nimo ng 38 ka buok poste diha. Taman sa floor na paghangin, urot ka na kapangaligid. The trouble happens when the project planners neglect to visit the site for an ocular inspection. Before finishing the plan, what happened is that they simply refer to a map in their office and plan the project from there. Plano kay plano lang. Ridiculously enough, this practice is called table mapping. And you can easily see the issue here. Muna nga, matingala ka, lagi mo magplano nga na, may mga balay na ni. Naghimo tag drainage sa mga balay, di yun na tumahuman. Kaya may balay maigo. Without knowing exactly what the area looks like, whether there are road right-of-way, or even whether the soil is suitable to support the infrastructure, any plan is formulated like this is a doom to fail. Furthermore, the detailed engineering works are often unfinished by the planning division of the Office of City Engineer. Essential factors in considering the project viable, such as structural analysis, are included in this detailed engineering works. These plans are left unfinished, but the project is given a green light. So as sure as the sun will rise, many problems arise while implementing these plans. This is why you see the remark section of the project status reports, things such as road right-of-way problems, no exact project location, lack of coordination with the DPWH, muning nag-overlapping. In fact, in Barangay Kauswagan, magtukod unta kita og usa ka Child Development Center. Pero dili makatukod, Madam Presiding Officer, kay ang gihatag nga location kung asa pagatukuron, dalan man. At saan man mo pag-implement kayo siyudad, ano mo ng dalan? Muna akong giingon kaganina, Madam Presiding Officer, wala mismo nag-site inspection during the planning stage. Another problem that plagues our system is that City Engineer's Office only performs inspection during final billing. This means that any problems that could have been prevented are only detected by RAs when they're said and done. This is heavily inefficient workflow, so a completed project needs to be redone because issues are found upon completion. Lastly, we have found that RAs are at the office more often than not project sites they handle. This is a rather inefficient use of skill. Resident engineers must perform rounds of 5 to 10 projects they handle. This lack of proactive worsen the issue of problems being undetected because the RAs are essentially blind to what is actually happening on site during the implementation stage. Then the RAs are immobile because they are not equipped with transportation by the City Engineer's Office. Inom sa tubig. Malana. Ang atong city engineers, Madam Presiding Officer, kanang gitawag na to resident engineer. Muna siyang gitawag og resident engineer para unta mag-reside sa mismo sa project. Muna siyang gitawag og resident engineer. Pero unsaon paghahimo nimong resident engineer, magpundua ra magka city engineers kay wa man mo isakyan padulong dito site. Bisag motor wala. So therefore, tawagon na lang ang city engineer nga, engineer, magbuhos na mi, anhiin na mi. Pero during sa pag-construct, sa pagplano, kung naay kinahanglan utruhon, wala ang ato ang resident engineer. Nga naman, wala man sila isakyanan palong dito. Pag-unsam sila magbaklay. Lisod po nilang kaugalingon nga personal nga sakyanan ilang gamiton. And remember, muni pinaka-importante, the backbone sa ato ang gobyerno lokal para makita nato ang infrastructure project sa dakbayan. While these problems are indeed enormous, solving them is far from impossible. Ladies and gentlemen, the Committee on Public Works has formulated recommendation to address these rampant issues so that our public infrastructure projects can be swiftly implemented to improve our beloved Cagayan de Oro further. That said, we humbly process the creation through an ordinance. No? Kung mahimo, mapasag yun. Kining City Project Monitoring and Evaluation Committee. Kini siyang committee, naana ni siya karon pero didto ra ni gatan-awon sa final billing. Aya ra mo gawas ang CPMEC during the final billing. Gusto nato nga mabutangan og project monitoring and evaluation just like the DILG we have talked with the COA City Auditor, Attorney Farok. Sa DILG na sila'y project monitoring and evaluation team yun. Dili lang sa final billing, kundi appeal sa partial billing. Inani magud na, Madam Presiding Officer, if I were the contractor, ikaw ang sa city government karon, mag-bill ko, moingon ko nga, akong i-bill karon is 50%. Pagpasa nimo dito, ang RA ra mo'y mutanaw kung 50% pag yun nagdili. Daw bi kung tao raman punta, magkasinabot silang duha, Madam Presiding Officer, bisag dili pa 50%, himuon og 50%, bisag 30% pa, para lang ma-advance. Kay tungod ihapak na po dito, pwede nila na himuon. Muna, nakita sa committee nga dapat na ay City Project Monitoring and Evaluation Team nga magtanaw gyud niini para ma-counter-check po ang trabaho sa RAs. This office will be responsible for the monitoring of city infrastructure projects. It will also evaluate the approval made by the RA during the billing. This measure will act as additional layer of checks and balances to curtail the rampant practice of connivance between the RAs and the private contractor. Yeah, RAs, resident engineer. By creating this office, we can effectively strengthen the monitoring of city projects to eliminate the bottlenecks and inefficiencies affecting the implementation of the projects. On the matter of table mapping, such practice should be entirely eradicated or very least relied upon sparingly. There must be a mandate that the planning division of the city engineer's office make a report that they have conducted an ocular inspection of the site, and it should be determined by any preventable obstacles have either been removed or found not present before the project is given the green light to proceed to billing. Kinahanglan na certification nga nag-ocular inspection gud sila. Aya na to ibid. Kay pareha ni magkalas-kalas tag oras panahon nga magbita, nyet wala man na exact location, naman na problema sa road right of way. Along with this suggestion, we also put forward that the detailed engineering work should have been completed before a project is even considered for billing. This will ensure everything in place and all that is required is the planned proper implementation by private contractors. We also suggest creating a process flow to promote expedite delivery of any partial billing to the contractor. Despite any faults attributed to a contractor, I previously mentioned we should not be insensitive to the needs of people implementing our projects. We are working together to improve our beloved city. After all, with the spirit of cooperation in mind, we suggest implementing a process flow to the executive in promoting the delivery of partial billings within 30 days from the receipt of the city partial billing from the Office of City Engineer. Isud pod kaayo nga we demand for a speedy, equality project by these private contractors, and yet ang ato ang payment pod sa ilaha dugay. Kinahanglan mag-create og process flow pod ang executive unsaon para nga mapaspas ang billing para wala na lain rason ang atong mga kontraktor nganong hinay pod ang ilahang pag-implement sa projects. This way, a contractor can actively work on their project without suffering financial bottlenecks. Lastly, our RAs to effectively perform their duties in the field, we recommend that RAs, resident engineers, be issued a motorcycle, bisag motor lang, to travel to the 5 to 10 project sites they handle. Parang ang ato ang mga resident engineers na sa construction division sa City Engineering Office, wala na sa opisina. Kundili, tuan na gyud dito sa grounds. Tuan na dito nagtanaw sa mga contractors gi-implement ang ilang mga projects. These are to be used for official business only and would ensure that he can faithfully perform his duty of vigilantly inspecting the project sites to monitor implementation. We make a final note regarding the mobilization fee that some contractors have received mobilization fee, nahatag na, but have yet to implement the project for whatever reason. Let's say, for example, there's a project in Regional Science High School. Madam Presiding Officer, wala ma-implement ang maong proyekto, pero nakadawat ang contractor sa 15% mobilization. Tungod kay mag-implement na unta daw sila, pero naingon man principal ayaw diha kay naitukuron nga project ang DPWH. So nihunong sila, nangitag lain area. Hangtod karon wa pa nakapangitag lain area, pero ang kontraktor nakadawat na sa mobilization. Tungod kay ang practice kaniadto, Madam Presiding Officer, dugay magyud na gaka-release ang notice to proceed. Kung naa nagali notice to proceed ang kontraktor, ang gahimuon nga practice kaniadto as per statement by the City Engineering Office pod, dal-on na dito sa City Engineers Office, uban na niya ang as-take og pre-conference before the implementation. Naagi na himuon gina nila as-take tan-awon dito sa area og pre-conference. Pero ang gaymoon kaniadto, Madam Presiding Officer, dala na pud nila ang voucher para sa mobilization. Which is supposed to be, the mobilization will be released upon the contractor have begun their project. Bot pasabot, naa na gyud mismo didto ang bako, naa na gyud tawo nga naa didto nagsugod sa proyekto, ay pa ka mag-process sa imong mobilization. Pero kini, wa pagali nakaadto didto, nag-process na sa mobilization nga 15%. Muna nga klaruhon na dapat sa City Engineering Office. Ladies and gentlemen, I would happily provide you with the copies of individual project status report para magbahin-bahin tas labad sa ulo. Tanawa po ninyo. 100 ni kabuok para musiga po inyong mata. There you will see a rampant inefficiencies I have previously discussed. We make this report not to point fingers or complain but to address issues. Ang ato lang, masulbad na ni Madam Presiding Officer, ug di na ni magbalik paunta ng mga problema to prevent the rapid development of the city infrastructures. My dream, which I am sure you share with me, is that our fair city will reach the heights of Singapore or New York. Within my lifetime, I want to see my city grow to become a metropolis of prosperity and economic activity. But without our dedication and proactive engagement, we can only hope to achieve a fraction of our dreams. To end this report, I wholeheartedly submit to the wisdom of this Honorable City Council to declare these contractors as blacklist. Please present those Torgs at the proper time. Akong isa-isa, Madam Presiding Officer.
Ano sila?
Kani. MGB Builders, dagan pa kayo niya mga project, mo ni katong fencing sa
House of
Bulwa.
Hope. What happens to the House of Hope?
Wala nila gihuman, Madam Presiding Officer.
Isugdan.
Yeah, 19 million supposed to be. Date started is December 7, 2021. Completion date is this November 7, 2022. Gibiyaan nas kontraktor karon. Wala na tao dito.
So what happens?
Muna nga, we'll move to blacklist them and of course to terminate all the necessary termination here para nga ma-proceed na po ang mga projects. We have also the Edmond Ray construction. Contract start date is December 2, 2021. Contract completion date is March 17, 2022. Muna untang paalam nga Jim, nga gihimo na to para gipangalan kang Carlo. Up until now, wa pa gid na human, Madam Presiding Officer.
So with these contractors, dili lang usa ang ilang gawiran. Daghan pod nga project supposedly under their names, di ba?
Kaning MGB, Madam Presiding Officer, more or less mga 5 to 6 projects ilang gibiyaan.
Oh my.
No, Carlo paalam ba? We have this LG Lasacar Construction, mo ni siya sa katong Bugo Creek Bank Protection, tong gabaha in town yes Bugo.
How many projects under them?
Mga 2 or 3. Lasakar na I think, construction. We have also DL Builders, Storm Drainage at Ramonal Village. Ang problema ni Madam Presiding Officer, gibiyaan nila kaya wa pa daw sila nakabiling. Sus ma-receive na naman tay kontrata. Nganong imo man ang biyaan?
Di patawag ninyo ni tanan.
Dili ko gusto nga mabahiran ko, Madam Presiding
Okay.
Officer, maingon na po din nga kuha.
Okay.
This is, I based my report, Madam Presiding Officer,
Sa findings.
based on the project status report of City Engineer's Office.
Okay.
Their resident engineer mismo.
Okay.
Wala.
How many projects with the DL Builders?
I think only one.
Only one. Okay.
We have Pyramid Consolidated Builders, Madam Presiding Officer. Naa sila'y project sa widening drainage, slope protection structure sa Tignapuluan. Ang contractor nag-demobilize project without any reason. Sign here ang resident engineer o ang construction head mismo. 90% lang sila, Madam Presiding Officer.
How many projects?
I think kining sa Pyramid Builders, 2 or 3 projects. They have also concrete paving in Sitio Impakibil, Tignapuluan, which supposed to be mahuman September 23, 2020. Up until now, wala pa gyapon nahuman. Road reblocking of Baikingon, Barangay Road. Supposed to be mahuman September 24, 2021. Up until now, wala pagyapon na human. So we will terminate all the contracts, Madam Presiding Officer, and file a liquidated damages also. And para kung ma-terminate na to, pwede na to, the remaining works will be bid. I-bid na po na siya pag-utro. So these contractors, Madam Presiding Officer, at the proper
How about
time.
those who were given already the mobilization but did not finish?
Yeah, I made a statement kanina, Madam Presiding Officer, nga they will not wait anymore. Upon this statement, the contractor would return the money. Muratag nagpautang kanila, Madam Presiding Officer, nga why interest.
They have to.
That's 15%. The cost of the project, 10, 15 million, pila na na. Dako na kayo na.
So these are not only how many that you count, it's 100, right?
Yeah.
Unfinished?
There are some finished already. There are some wala pa gyud naka-start.
Then
So
ang
we will
mga-
terminate. We will recommend to the city engineers to terminate the contract so that we can rebid it. And then to declare this blacklist
And
contractors.
those,
for the-
let's make it clear. So those mobilization who had been already received, mobilization, you have to go, they bring back the money,
Yeah,
give back the
return,
money.
Return the money. Thank you, Madam Presiding Officer, and good afternoon.
Thank you very much, Councilor Michael Seno. Yes, Councilor Mercedes Girly Balaba, you are recognized.
Good afternoon, Madam Chair. Just a reaction and a suggestion to our good reporter. I hope na mabutang po dito ma-emphasize sa iyahang ordinance on kantong creation of a committee on monitoring. O, kinsay accountable sa tanan ani na every time na ay mga projects na i-award ang ato ang city sa contractors, magpasa-pasa mong good sama sa mingon nga mingon ang contractor nga na road right of way na problema, tapos ipasa sa city engineer. Ang city engineer mingon wala sila sakyanan, no, suggestion lang na dapat ihanay
Yeah.
na who would be accountable for this.
For specific problem.
Yeah. Thank you.
Kilalain man. Anyway, thank you very much, Councilor Girly Balaba. Yes, you have the floor. Councilor Bernice Parcia, you're recognized.
Thank you very much, Madam Chair. Sa atong tanan, mga nagtanaw, mga naminaw, mayang hapon ka natong tanan. This is just a manifestation to a strong support to a very, very good special report of John Michael Seno, Madam Chair. Like I said, the first time that I saw the COA report regarding on the projects, Madam Chair, halos mulugwa ang ako mga mata pagkita nako sa mga unfinished projects. And I'm so happy that our chairman of the Public Works really pushed the investigation and the research kung anong daghan mga ingani, Madam Chair. And that was really a very good report. Madam Chair, also a manifestation to support to the creation of the ordinance of the City Project Monitoring Evaluation Team. This is very important also, Madam Chair, because we don't want also overlapping projects. That's why what's happening to Cagayan de Oro, dili magkasumpay-sumpay ang mga project, ang mga drainage di magkasumpay-sumpay, nakabulyaso ang mga traffic, na overlapping. May I just ask one thing lang, Madam Chair, to our good reporter. Sa iya magong special report, Councilor John Michael Seno said nga naay mga proyekto kay tungod lagi aning table mapping. As he said a while ago nga, when you say table mapping, sa opisina ratanan ang plano, wala sa actual. Then tama, because for a couple of also serving akong naapilan, makurat na lang ka kay pag-abot nimo sa lugar, like one thing na we visited in Lapasan, daghan man kay mga balay maigo, so nay may ngana. Ako lang klaro ni Madam Chair, if ingana ba, kinsa man gyuday ang final nga nag-ingon nga pwede diha mag-project. Tapos if ako ang contractor, if I will receive the project, if nakita ba nako nga naay balay, can I say di na ko ni padayonon kay naman ni balay, or tungod kay mo mani ang nakabutang sa akong proyekto nga buhaton nako ni, So kailangan yun ako ni siya ipadayon. May I ask our good reporter, Madam Chair,
Okay.
sa kana lang nga punto?
Yes. Councilor Michael Seno, you have the floor.
To answer, Madam Presiding Officer, no? Problema gyud na sa city engineers. Kay moingon ang kontraktor nga I will not proceed because na may mga balay. Tigbasong ka diha. Wag gyud kay dag-anan. So, mugyapon ang problema mubalik gyapon sa city engineers.
Yeah, but then they also started the construction, even with the problems that they will be incurring. They will be meeting these problems sooner or later. Bawaan naman na nilang problema. Why proceed?
Mo proceed lang sila kay ang ato ang billing magud, Madam Presiding Officer, na may certain percentage lang. Kung pila ang imong nahuman, mura man pud imong pwede i-bill. So kung asa ra sila taman nga pwede nila mahuman, dito ra pud ang kontraktor. So dapat unta sulbahon gyud na sa engineering sa planning division.
Okay.
Nga klaro gyud dapat ang pag-implement sa project asa dapit.
Madam Chair, that's why I'm asking Councilor John Michael Seno because the contractors will make that reason ba nga mo nang among gibiyaan kay igor man sad mi nagmando tapos I'm just actually thinking kuan lang Madam Chair ba nga baka pod mo sa nahimo ang rason na pod dayon sa ato mga kontraktor na mo nang wa nila gipadayon ang mga project kay wa man may kabalugod nga naday na problema ang amo raman that we want to implement giingnan lang mi nga implement din nag-implement lang pod mi tanaman day problema tapos sometimes it's easy to say nga basta mo kuan lang kada mo buhat pero ang problema biya kung ang tao ba imong kalaban tapos naka sa on ground lisod biya gyud kaayo na so maybe mo basig that's why I'm asking that question Madam Chair kay base unya mo nay ginahimong rason pod sa mga kontrakto Madam Chair that's it Madam Chair thank you very much
Thank you very much. Councilor Attorney James Judith and Councilor Amy Moreno. You have the floor.
Yes. Madam Chair, una pagpasalamat nako kang Konsyal John Michael Seno sa undanon nga report. Pero kini ang akong sa kinatibukan akong gisubay ang mga daghan man ko mga pangutana pero unang bulyada Madam Chair is isip representantes kabatanunan si Konsyal John Michael Seno siya po ang nagtigayan sa investigasyon kay ini mga anomaloso nga mga transaksyon o proyekto. Akong pangutana karon kay ingon man siya nga ang atong plano nga kinahanglan bawion nato sa kontraktor ang ilang gihatag ba ang atong gihatag sa ilang mobilization fee kay wa man day gyapon sila nahimo. Ang pangutana dili magyapon na sila mupuga kundi ta magpasaka og kaso. Adunay panultiyon nag-ingon nga isip representantes kabatanunan ang kabatanunan may atong paglaom sa atong nasod. Matud pa sa ingon sa usapod ka panultiyon nga kung dili karon kanus aman di ay kung dili kita kinsa man di ay. So ang akong pangutana kay siya man nagtigayon sa investigasyon andam ba si Konsyal John Michael Senong may magpasaka og kaso batok nining mga kontraktor aron makuha nato ang kwarta nga ato nang gihatag sa ila. Unang
Okay.
pangutana.
Napay duha? Ikaduha?
Napay ikaduha.
Napay katulo?
Naapay katulo, Madam
Uy,
Chair.
limit ha? Limit.
Pero dili lang tas
Okay.
una. Pero
Councilor-
usahon ko na lang. Ikaduha dayon, Madam Chair, kay para sumaryo
Ah.
na lang dahil ang ihatag ni Konsyal John Michael Seno, Madam Chair. Ikaduha dayon, ang ako lang gilibugan, nganong kaning mga kontraktor taliwala nga palpak sa mga proyekto na gipanudlan nga mga transaksyon nga dili ihag. Ang ako is ngano pirmi pa mangyapon nga kaning mga kontraktora makadaog nga kung basihan lang nimo sa bidding kay ikaw naman gyud nagsulti mas expert pa man ka niini sa ako Konsyal John Michael Seno, Madam Chair. Nga di ba sa paghimo nimo og bidding na ay tulo ka mga dokumento imong gikinahanglan kana kung wa ko masayop Madam Chair naa ang SLCC Single Largest Completed Contract. Ikaduha kinahanglan nimo ang kontraktor kinahanglan niya ang listahan o talaan sa key personnel. Ikatulo, kinahanglan sa kontraktor ang mga major equipments to be used in the duration of the contract. Ang akong pangutana, mo-issue baya ang DPWH og Certificate of Good Standing usa ka makapadayon sa imong sunod nga proyekto? Kinahanglan nimo ang SLCC kung ang kantidad o mobalor ang usa ka proyekto mulagpas og 50 milyones. Kana kung sakto ba ko Madam Chair, mo na akong good pangutana kang Konsyal John Michael Seno. Pero kung ubos sa 50 milyones, dili ka kinahanglan og exempt ka sa gitawag nato nga requirements sa SLCC. Mo na ang akong ikaduha nga pangutana. Ang ikatulo nga pangutana dayon, pila magyud ang kinatibuk-an nga kantidad sa imo nang giinaingon pila ang kinatibukan nga kantidad kung imo tong ipagtapok ang katong duulan or mulagpas sa isa ka gatos nga proyekto nga wala na human.
Nga nausik.
Nga nausik.
Okay. Councilor Michael Seno, you have the floor.
Una
Sa
ka
itong number
pangutana, Madam Presiding Officer, no? Kung naalang yun tay gahum unta, no, as dani sa City Council nga mo file og case atong himuon. But sa akong pagsabot, sa akong yano nga pagsabot, Madam Presiding Officer, binarangay nga pagsabot sa akong nakaya, wala tay gahum nga mag-file og kaso lugar. But we will refer this sa city legal nato.
Okay.
No, mula gina ako lang hangyoon nga ang atong gusto dani is that dili nato kontra ang mga contractors. In fact, there are our partners. But let this be the message sa mga contractors karon sa Dakbayan nga seryoso ta. Ayaw ninyo binuangi. No? And muna nga resolbahon sa nato ni, no? After that we will talk. Sa ikaduha nga pangutana, dili kay ko kabalo sa proseso sa mga bidding, Madam Presiding Officer. Wala ko'y background sa katuyang gihisgot ka ganina. But for sure, sa iyang pangutana nga nganong natagaan gyapon sa proyekto, siguro nakapasar gyapon sa Bids and Awards Committee. Kay lagi katuraman pod na mga tuig, sunod-sunod man. Aya pa man na nakita karon sa paghuman na sa mga proyekto nga inana di ay ang mga problema. So kay sunod-sunod man nagdahom pod nga maayo ang ilang dagan pod kaniadto lugar ng mga proyekto. Pero karon kita nato nga dili na pod maayo. Ang ato lang gusto himuon, Madam Presiding Officer, mo nang nag-recommend ang committee, to mga mahimo kining mensahe sa mga kontratista karon nga mosulod sa Dakbayan nga we are looking upon you because we are our partners and ayaw himuang nga biyaan lang nimo ang proyekto kung di nakaganahan.
Okay. Okay, thank you very much, Councilor Michael Seno. You have the floor, Councilor Amy Moreno.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Good afternoon, Honorable Vice Mayor Bebot Rodriguez, and of course, ako ang mga kauban sa 20th City Council, and to also our guests, visitors, maayong hapon. Actually, my question was similar to that of Attorney James Judith, no? If we, through the investigation of the committee of Councilor John Michael Seno, has found grievances with our contractors, I believe that the first step we take here is to file a legal case against them because of the breach of contract that had transpired against the parties. However, if, as mentioned by Councilor John Michael Seno, blacklisting these contractors would be his prayer. However, my question is, would there be legal implications on our end if we blacklist them, given that they have sound reasons for the that I do not know actually, no, if naay rason nga no nagundang sila sa ilang mga proyekto, because out of 100 contractors presented to us, I do believe that maybe I don't have the numbers, but I don't think that it would be possible that all 100 contractors just simply stopped their project, considering there are legal implications. So my question siguro is, if blacklisting them, would there be any legal implications for all of us here in the 20th City Council? Thank you, Madam
Thank you
Chair.
very much. Councilor Michael Seno, you would like to make a comment?
That's a good question, Madam Presiding Officer. Ako po, wala ka ko eh. Graduating na ba ko? Ha? Paso na ba ko?
No, refer it to the city legal.
So, of course, we refer this, although that's only a resolution.
Yeah.
Madam Presiding Officer, under Republic Act 9184, if you terminate the project, ang contract, automatic blacklist ka. Once ma-terminate ang contract. So therefore, supposed to be, terminated naman ang contract. Munang nag-ingon ang kuha, nganong wala ninyo nag-terminate? Nganong wala ninyo gitagaan og liquidated damages?
Yeah. Okay. So that we have the viewing public right now. How did you able to come up with these findings?
Yeah,
Explain it.
Yeah, based on the status report given by the resident engineers. Sila gid
So
mismo.
they went to the area and checked the project, right?
Yeah.
So meaning there is this ocular inspection.
Yeah, made by these resident
Engineer
engineers.
and the COA itself.
Dakuha na po sila separate, Madam
Na-separate
President.
nila
Yeah,
report. So meaning, dili lang ni imo-imo lang.
Dili.
So it is just only not because ng committee hearing, dadan diha ang findings. So it was done, I want it very, very clear. Kaya daghan may minaw na to. So these investigations were done ocular with the engineers and COA had the separate findings for these projects, right?
Madam Presiding Officer, no, ang mismo ang resident engineer, sila man gud mo'y gahandle
Yeah.
sa project.
Ah.
Ilahan ning report, no.
So, ila gid na?
Ila gini.
Okay.
I'm not saying individual na kog adto dito tanaw.
Yeah.
But
Sila ang
kato
adto.
lang duha nga akong natanaw gyud. Katong House of Hope. In fact, ang taga na-assign na to dito karon kay ang GR Borja General Hospital naman mo'y na mga employees ang man dito. Ang ila gyud pag-ampo nga mahumana ang tawo ni. Ang amo nga House of
Grabe
Hope.
kay kulang kaayo ang House of Hope.
Yeah, ang area nila, Madam Presiding Officer, katong building yung tagiton over sila, pero wala po building permit. Di po sila makagamit, di po sila makakuha certificate. And then kato ilang pangandoy unta nga mahuman na to. Wala gyud din taon mo nang kanira pud ng mga contractors, Madam Presiding Officer. Ang akong gi-recommend tungod kay nakita gyud nako nga gipasagdan gyud nila.
Okay.
Pero katong naay mga problema sa road right of way, naay problema lugar sa walay kabutangan sa project, wala man pud nako gi-appeal.
Okay.
Kanila
So-
mang gipasagdan lang nila kalit ba? Out
So
of nowhere.
meaning you have basis
Yeah,
for you know, say tawagan na to i-block. No? So you have basis, you have findings also. Dili man sa ta magpataka lugar kung
Yeah.
wala lugar findings, no? Anyway, sige. Yes, Councilor pa, nagdungan mo tulo. Councilor, Majority Floor Leader, Councilor Edgar Cabanlas, you have the floor.
Thank you very much, Madam Chair. Ato ning klaruhon kay para maklaro na to
Yeah.
sa mga tao. In your report, do you allow me to interpolate you, Mr. Councilor? Approve. Okay. You mentioned that there was no confrontation between you and these contractors that you recommended for.
Yes.
So how can you recommend for their blacklisting if you have not listened to their side? Where is now the due process?
Okay. I'm only basing, Madam Presiding Officer, sa report
Findings.
sa resident engineer mismo.
Now, okay. The report, I was the one who made that special report. There were reported that almost more than 100 defective projects. What was your standard in only 5 were recommended for blacklisting, while the other 90 or 50 were exempted? What is your basis for that?
I'm basing only to the report, Madam Presiding Officer. Kaya naagid mismo ang report dito nga ang kontraktor agilakaw Madam Presiding Officer. Napoy mga projects nga nahumanapod. So ang akong report tanan dito ra gyud sa city engineers. Sa
Now,
mga
okay.
resident engineers.
If we will analyze your report, it's not the contractors alone who are guilty.
Yeah.
Correct.
Even employees or
Yeah.
officials of the city engineer's office are also negligent in their duties. Man, why are you penalizing only the contractors? What is now your recommendation insofar as the negligent officials of the city engineer's office?
Yeah, what I have mentioned kaganina, Madam Presiding Officer, katong klaruhon yun sa planning division kaya ang nagsugod yun sa problema dito man yun sa planning mismo, no, kay di nila ma-implement kay naay problema sa road right of way.
Na actually, kung imong tanaw ng atong problema, I mean, ang procedure, standard procedure of implementing projects are there, nanay balaod na.
Yes.
So the question here is, it's a matter of implementation.
Yeah.
So what is your recommendation in correcting all this procedure of implementation?
Yeah,
In order to integrate that with the with the with your recommendation of blacklisting the contractors. I do not know these contractors, but as I said, we must be fair and observe due process.
Yeah. I'm also be willing, Madam Presiding Officer, to
With the city
wisdom.
engineering.
Yeah. Of course, city engineering, as what I have said, nag-fault ang planning division nila.
Okay.
Nag-fault yun ang planning division.
So
But
Madam-
I'm hopeful, Madam Presiding Officer, and I'm leaning also to the wisdom of this council, no? Tapo may pwede man nato nga taga-ano gigayon to explain na contractor also. Naatatanan, ipatawag na to dani. It's be it.
No. It has established investigation. This will only prolong the no more. Because during the committee hearing, you are supposed to listen to these people, to the city engineers, to the contractors, invite them, then let them confront each other, listen to their to what they would say, and then from that develop your own recommendation. And the recommendation, if there is something wrong with the office of the city engineer, then write a recommendation to the city mayor. And if there is a law that is necessary, then recommend to the city council as part of the legislative response that we should do as members of the city council. Kung nagkinahanglan sa legislative action, that is the purpose of that dili direkto na to pag penalize. So, Madam Chair, I would like to suggest that this report of Councilor Seno be submitted to the Committee on Laws and Rules for review. And then, and that committee, I think several members of the City Council will be there, present, and we will listen to these contractors, these 5. And ang ako dani is, let us stop this investigation, not because kining natayga taguan wala man. Ang ato dan is
Due process.
due process o medyo nanay diferensya ang atong process sa investigation. O ato sa ngonon din kung makita nato nga saan gi sila wala gi sila, we will together kung di sila maka-explain, then we will recommend for the laws and rules, will recommend for the blacklisting, because blacklisting is very that's a high level of penalty that you can give to the contractor. You are cutting off their bread and butter.
Okay.
So dili sila nato na ditsuhon ang ato pamatyan sila to sila ang rason.
Okay.
Because somebody could be guilty
Yes.
of doing something wrong,
Yeah.
not only them.
Okay.
So I penalize them only.
Okay, sige. Okay, thank you very much. That was a very good idea. Councilor Michael Seno, yes, you have the floor.
Yeah, I have 100% amenable with the proposal of Attorney
Yes.
Edgar Cabanlas to refer this to the Committee on Laws and Rules. Ang ako
And
lang, Madam
infra.
Presiding Officer, gusto na ako nag-i-render na gyud ang akong report kaya I was only given a time frame.
Okay.
Nakalaos kay ko gamay.
Yeah,
Madam President.
I have to
Wala
thank
nga.
you for that because I know that we were very strict when the
Yeah.
first committee hearing was done. We were strict to give a timeline for you to
Yeah.
report. So thank you very much. So refer to the Committee on Laws and Rules and Committee on Infrastructure. 1 minute. 1 minute. Sige.
Madam Chair, ako lang ipaklaro, Madam Chair. So ang atong city engineers, walay mga sakyanan? Or kung naman ka sila sakyanan personal, wala ba sila gas allowance? Nga para lang sa ngalan nga engineering ta nga department? Ako lang klaron, Madam, kay mura na, di ba, nasulti mo ganina special report nga, bisag motor na lang. Pero lahi man po kayo, highly urbanized city ta. Tagrabi tag project atong mismong city engineers way mga sakyanan. Mura maglain man kay paminahon, Madam Chair.
Tinad na. Wala. Na? Are you sure? Kay it was reported that dilis lakato sa area. Yes, Councilor Michael Seno, let's make it clear, ha?
Naay sakyanan nila, Madam Presiding Officer, but
Ilang?
kulang.
Ha?
Kulang.
Kulang.
Oo, ang para sa
Or
ang
wala
ato,
lang din sila ng adto.
I'm referring to sa construction mismo nga division.
Yeah.
Yeah. So,
So naagid sila.
naay sakyanan nila, I think duha man siguro sa city engineers mismo nga sakyanan.
Okay.
Pero mula ginalabay-labay niya kani mga dagan ba mga project, Madam Presiding Officer. So kulangan yun in taon.
Sige. Anyway, thank you very much. No, let us proceed. So already referred to the committees. So let us proceed. The second speaker will be Councilor Romeo Calizo. You are recognized.
I'm the third reporter, Madam Chair. Thank you very much. My special report is all about a DPWH road project. This is somehow related to the report of the Honorable John Michael Seno. But this one is more specific.
Okay.
There's a road project. Originally, the route follows the previous landfill in Carmen and traverses through the Diamond Heights of Barangay Patag and exits in Bulwa. That's the original route, Madam Chair. But to the surprise of the residents of the barangay, the plan was rerouted. So I don't know what's the reason, but they have to reroute the project from the same point of origin at the former landfill in Carmen, but it goes through 4 zones of Barangay Patag, zone 4, 3, 9, and 11. And it now exits through the High Time Hotel, and exits through the highway. Now, I really wonder why, because I had a meeting with the affected residents last Saturday, and all of them got surprised by this sudden change of plan, Madam Chair. So I want just speak about the specifics because it's more proper to have this brainstormed at the appropriate committee, Madam Chair, to answer the following questions. First, why does DPWH have to divert the project to a different route? What may be the reason? And of course, the second one is, I'm sure that the original plan underwent a thorough and a tedious brainstorming because it's budgeted. It's not easy to plan, program, and budget, Madam Chair. So I'm very sure that the appropriate process has been done. So in having it diverted to the new route, was there a comprehensive study that supported the new plan? Because we've got to answer the clamor of the residents, Madam Chair. And if not, was there an intellectual, again I say intellectual brainstorming done by the appropriate committee of the City Council? Kay matingala man ta nga anong kadyot-kadyot, dali-dali, ilang i-divert ang rota. And if all these processes have been done, assuming, Madam Chair, did the local government unit approve the rerouting of the project? Until now, I cannot see any document approving the said rerouting, Madam Chair. So my prayer is to refer this concern to the appropriate committees, Madam Chair, because it doesn't only involve the Committee on Engineering and Infrastructure, it also involves the Committee on City Planning.
Okay.
Because is this really a part of the city plan? And maybe the city of the urban housing. Because this involves bigani na ako upat ra ka houses. And that will be easy for LGU to take appropriate action. But it involves houses within the 4 zones. It now traverses the cross-section of Barangay Patag, Madam Chair. And this will be a big problem if we don't have any proactive action, Madam Chair. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Councilor Romeo Calizo. Yes, refer to the Committee on Public Works, Planning, Public Works lang. So, iya gyapon. So, Councilor Michael Seno, refer to your committee. Okay, thank you very much. So, what? Also, City Planning. Dili ba na to project, DP? Okay. So, what is your manifestation, Councilor Attorney James Judith?
Nasayod naman ta, Madam Chair, nga si Konsihal John Michael Seno the Great, gumaduitay na. Unya, mo ni yung legasiya bali nga kaning investigasyon. Ang ako lang is, dabi kung ato ning isalang, dito nato idason sa iyang komitiba, na mahuman naman siya karong Disembre, kung saan na sa din
Yes,
nato
may mapuli.
pagtiwas sa investigasyon.
Who is the Vice Chair?
Pwede ba nga mutiwasa ta dili ingon nga maputol tungod kay mag-graduate si Consul John Michael Seno, pwede ba automatic unta base sa atong patakaran dinhi sa konseho nga ang vice chair mo take over para dili ingon naay continuity, dili ingon nga
Who is the Vice Chair? Okay, sige, sige.
Consul
Okay.
Roger
There's a
Abad.
manifestation that Councilor Roger Abaday will be the Chair. Okay.
Gusto na ko ang buhi nga kita saksin tanan nga siya mo padayon wala na ingon pagputol kay mingon nga wala naman si Consul John
Okay.
Michael Seno.
So,
Operation
accepting.
of law.
Madam
Wala
Chair.
pa, wag ka na ako i-recognize pa. Ito pa. Councilor
Just for
Roger
for fun.
Abaday, you're recognized.
With that suggestion, I will accept the challenge with open hearts and open legs.
Okay, okay. Thank you. Anyway, Councilor, Majority Floor Leader, Councilor Edgar Cabanlas, you have now the floor. Agenda proper.
I thought
Sabi niyo adjourn na?
Sabi ko, mag-comment ko dito, di na ako mag-comment. So, let's go to the business of the day, Madam Chair. Item number 1, proposed resolution number 2023. Omnibus motion, items 1, 2, and 3. Turks, please.
For omnibus approval, items 1, 2, 3, and 4.
4.
Item 1 is proposed resolution number 2023-495, returning to the Barangay Council of Barangay number 37, the city, its ordinance number 2, series of 2023, covering its supplemental budget number 1 for calendar year 2023 with an estimated income of 236,189 pesos. Item 2 is proposed resolution number 2023-496, returning to the Barangay Council of Barangay number 24, this city, its ordinance number 1, series of 2023, covering its annual budget for calendar year 2023 with an estimated income of 14,570,468 pesos. Item 3 is proposed resolution number 2023-497, returning to the Barangay Council of Barangay Kanituan, the city, its ordinance number 2023-001, series of 2023, covering its annual budget for calendar year 2023 with an estimated income of 36,266,856 pesos. Item 4 is proposed resolution number 2023-498, returning to the Barangay Council of Barangay Ipunan, the city, its ordinance number 1, series of 2023, covering its annual budget for calendar year 2023 with an estimated income of 29,522,412 pesos, with the information that said ordinances are operative in their entirety. Committee sponsors, Committee on Barangay Affairs, and Committee on Laws and Rules.
Well, Madam Chair, I think the chairman, Councilor Lamdim, was on leave during the time that was deliberated in the committee. So I move that Councilor John Michael Seno be recognized.
Councilor Michael John Seno, you're recognized.
With all those stated, Madam Presiding Officer, complied with the requirements set by the local finance committee. I so move for its approval.
Second, objection. I hear none, motion is hereby carried.
Move to approve on second and final reading.
Second, objection. I hear none, motion is hereby carried.
Item number 5, proposed resolution number 2023-499, returning to Sangguniang Kabataan o Barangay Makabalan, the city, its resolution number 1, series of 2023, covering its annual budget for CY 2023 with an estimated income of 2,791,416 pesos, with information that said resolution is operative in its entirety. May I request that Councilor Abaday be recognized.
Councilor Roger Abaday, you are recognized.
I move for the approval of this proposed ordinance, considering that this said ordinance is operative in its entirety.
Any second? Objection? I hear none. Motion is hereby carried.
Move to approve on second and final reading.
Second. Objection? I hear none. Motion is hereby carried.
Item number 6, proposed resolution number 2023-500, declaring the 25th, every 25th day of August of every year and thereafter as the National Tech Voc Day in the city of Cagayan de Oro, pursuant to Republic Act number 10970. May I request that Councilor Balaba be recognized.
Councilor Girly Mercedes Balaba, you recognize? You're not
so
listening.
I will move for the approval of this resolution.
Okay.
Move.
Move, okay. And it's, oh, she's standing.
Because everybody here is absent. Yes.
Manifestation?
Yes. I have
Yeah.
also another question.
Oh, okay. So we will approve it first, or there's a comment?
The-
Yes, Councilor
Councilor
Girly Balaba,
be
you have the
recognized
floor.
first. Ikaw siya una. Ah.
Yes, thank you, Madam Chair. I would just a little clarification question. Why do we need to declare it as city in particularly here in city of Cagayan de Oro when it's already declared nationally on every 25th of August? And this also same question on the for the proposal. Idiretso ko na lang.
Okay, sige.
For proposal sa resolution number, item number 14, na Bamboo Day, na it's already been declared nationally as Bamboo Day every September 18.
Okay, any comment? Any comment? Yes, Majority Floor Leader, Councilor Attorney Edgar Cabanlas.
Actually, there is a legal redundancy here, because if you read Republic Act 10970, the local government, all the local governments are enjoined
Yes.
to implement this project, this
Yes.
declaration. So there is
what
no
do we
need
do
for
now?
us to pass this resolution.
So,
Because this is, everybody is affected, all of us are affected, all the LGUs are affected.
Involved,
Now,
yeah.
it is only necessary, Madam Chair, if the law itself requires that there must be
A local.
an endorsement from the local government.
yes.
Kay, kumingon lugar ang national government, ang Congress nga, we will declare the Grandfather's Day today. Do we have to pass another resolution declaring today as Grandfather's Day?
Yeah.
That is redundancy
Okay.
at its best.
Okay.
So,
So,
motion
motion
to
defer.
motion to table. Dili na
Motion to table.
It is not to waste our time on this.
Okay. So, including, that's already, no, we will go to, ano pa?
Kasi ito sa bangko,
We're still
naman
number,
to.
we're still
because-
number 6.
You are now localizing the issue.
Yeah.
This is a national issue. It is like passing an ordinance, passing the revised penal code of the Philippines when there is already national law. I cannot understand why we should do
Unless
that.
there's
Unless the law
local
itself-
will
the
have
law-
to pass the ordinance.
The law itself says
Yeah.
there must be a local legislation to
Okay.
support this ordinance.
Okay, so defer
However, if
Yeah.
this is only a mere support, a declaration of support,
to
yes.
the national.
But it's not the expression of support. It's very clear here, declaring. You are repeating what the national law says.
Okay.
What?
I'm already recognized.
Styling?
Yes, Madam Chair, because it's very clear. Kung tanawin kini mo subayon lang, nangayo raman lang siguro ni og suporta. Kabalo ko na illegal redundancy, pero kung ang ato is paghatag lang, pagpaabot nga dinhi sa atong konseho, nagsuporta ta sa maubali nga lakang, nganong kinalaman lang to idili? Ngano ato
So why do we have to, that is the point. Why do we have to say it again when it's already supported?
Ang
We
sentimento.
should all be supporting this,
Yes, pero siguro sa lain nga pamaagi nga mismo gyud nga sa ato pag yung
Okay.
patataw nga kinahanglan na to resolution nga kita mismo dinhi sa konseho nagsuporta sa mong lakang, ngano ato may dili?
Thank you
There
very
might be a
much.
legal
Thank you,
demand.
Attorney, Councilor. Now, we will listen to Councilor Girly Balaba.
Yes, thank you, Madam Chair. Being a lawyer yourself, I think Councilor James Judith, you should not interpret what is, di ba, what is written. Declaring na siya, do not presume na all-out support yun. Nakabutang nga i-declare. Di ba, you have to be very, kay law man good ni. Do not say na, basin di iyang gusto, suporta lang. Ano ba? No, being a lawyer yourself, naman siguro sa statutory constitution.
Wait. I did not call you yet. Okay, Councilor, Attorney
There is
James
a motion
Judith, you
to
have the
defend.
floor. They're observing us.
Una, klaroon ko lang, Madam Chair, it's not called statutory constitution for the education of Konsehal Girly Balaba, Madam Chair. It's called statutory construction. Ang siguro iyambot pasabot, ang doktrina sa balawat nga gitawag namo ius dem generis. Pero kani, nagpasabot, wala ta nagpresumer. Ang ato is, kung nangayo og sentimento, nangayo og ekspresyon sa suporta gikan kanato, muna ang atong bot pasabot. So para sa iyang kalamdagan, ius dem generis.
Okay, thank you.
There is,
Attorney, okay, Majority Floor Leader, Attorney Edgar Cabalas, you have the floor?
Let's table this
Okay.
because it's a repetition of what the national.
Otherwise, everybody will be doing that here.
We will be charged of ignorance of the law. Okay?
Later pa ka. Later pa. We are still into...
Ang imo.
No, we are still on this item. Later.
Kita man laktod.
So, we will table.
Table this.
There is this motion. Okay, say the motion.
I move to table this, Madam Chair.
Any second? Objection? Para divide the house. Any objection? None.
Hindi mo siya ma-object.
You will object? Okay, there's this objection. So let us divide the house.
Sige.
Okay, let us divide the house. Okay, so who is in favor? Okay, raise your hand, okay? We table this item, no? Please raise your hand. Table. No kapiing, ha?
9.
Okay,
11.
11. So,
Against.
against? 2. Okay, kanabe siya bamboo. Okay. Mapil ba yung bamboo? Okay. Anyway, so 11 for yes, then 2 for no. Okay. So, motion is approved.
Item 7, proposed resolution number 2023-5501, accrediting Cagayanon Cafeteria, Snack and Food Pasalubong Center for purposes of its membership in the local special bodies pursuant to DILG Circular 2022-8083 and Article 64, Rule 13 of the Rules and Regulations implementing the 1991 Local Government Code, or funding the respective projects from the city or other sources as required under CUA circular pertinent thereto. May I request that Councilor Calizo be recognized. Wala man.
Councilor Romeo Calizo, you recognize.
Nakaya, wala.
May I move for the approval of resolution number 2023-501. Madam Chair.
And a second?
Second.
Objection? Manifestation. Okay. Councilor Attorney James Judith?
Point of information, Madam Chair, gusto lang ako tatawag posible nga sayop ko. Pero ang ako manggod kung people's organization atong gi-accredit, sa ako magtanong, mura mo ni siya usa ka business entity, kagayanon cafeteria, snack and food, pasalubong center. Nakabutang siya sa mo gani, ang ako lang gusto na ako tatawon unsa man ni para sa kalamdagan pod nako kay PO man ka siya unya
Ani na sa ta.
ang atong gi-accredit is PO nya kani tataw nga usa ka balay patigayon. So
we
di ba
just
ka na
manifestation?
conflict of interest?
Manifestation?
Refer back to the proper committee on planning.
Okay, there's this, kinsa may musulti, ana? There's this motion. Because okay, there's this motion to refer back to the planning. Okay. Any second? Objection? I hear none, motion is hereby carried. Tindahan di ni siya. No, di ba ato man na din ha, sa pasalubong center?
This is, I think this center is
Where is it
composed
located?
of several tindahan. It's only not one tindahan. So it becomes an organization or a group of
Ha? Mga vendors?
association sa mga pasalubong.
Ana diyan, nasa...
Oh. So ay na nang. So lita sa approve
okay,
this.
okay. Sige. Mayo kay kabasa gyud ka. Anyway, sige.
Yung lang siya magbasa pa kayo, kaya wala mo niya makita.
They have to apply pa. So it's not yet an organization. They still have to apply.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes,
Okay.
importante kayo.
Okay, sige.
Importante kayo. So, we move for
To
approval.
I move for the withdrawal. Kung kinag-apply pa
Defer.
sila. So I move for the withdrawal of my motion.
Your withdrawal.
Motion to
to
defer.
refer.
Okay.
Back.
To withdraw?
Not to withdraw, but
So there's this motion to refer to the planning.
So,
No,
no,
I am
no more.
now withdrawing the...
You withdraw. So we
Madam
continue to approve.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, so there's this motion to withdraw by Councilor Attorney James Judy. So let's proceed.
No need to second kasi may nag-move.
So, proceed.
So, there is a
to approve.
motion, there is no motion to approve.
Yeah.
as,
Second,
yes, second.
an objection? I hear none, motion is hereby carried.
Move to approve on second and final reading.
Second, objection? I hear none, motion is hereby carried.
Number 8, proposed ordinance number 2023-287, changing the nomenclature of the vacant position administrative officer 5, item number 20, SG18, to computer programmer 2, SG18, in the Plantilla of the city budget office, DCT. Request that Councilor Balaba be recognized.
Councilor Mercedes Balaba, you recognize.
Yes, thank you, Madam Chair. I move for the approval of proposed ordinance number 2023-287.
Any second? Objection? I hear none, motion is hereby carried.
Move to approve on second and final reading.
Second, objection? I hear none, motion is hereby carried.
Number 9, item 9, proposed ordinance number 2023-288, authorizing the Honorable City Mayor Orlando A. Uy, representing the City Government of Cagayan de Oro, to enter into and sign the Memorandum of Understanding with the CI Philippines, represented by its head and Chief of Programs, Rebecca Fuelios, covering the availment of gift-in-kind donations, wheelchairs, and medicines through the City Social Welfare Development Office under terms and conditions stipulated therein. May I request Councilor Gaani?
Councilor Lourdes Gaani, you recognize? Would you still prefer to sit at the back? Okay ra ka? Malimtan biya ka usahay.
Chair,
Okay.
thank you. May hapon ka natong tanan. I move for the approval of proposed ordinance number 2023-288.
Any second? Objection? I hear none, motion is hereby carried.
Move to approve second and final reading.
Second. Objection? I hear none. Motion is hereby carried.
Item 10, proposed ordinance number 2023-289, authorizing the Honorable City Mayor Rolando A. Uy, representing the city government, Cagayan de Oro, to enter into and sign the memorandum of understanding with Xavier University Ateneo de Cagayan through its service learning program under the Office of Social Development, represented by its university president, Reverend Father Mars P. Tan, SJ, covering the implementation of the latter's community health, nursing, and services learning program related engagements under the terms and conditions stipulated therein. May I request Councilor Gani be recognized.
Councilor Lourdes Gani, you're recognized.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Move for the approval of proposed ordinance number 2023-289.
Any second? Objection? I hear none. Motion is hereby carried.
Move to approve on second and final reading.
Second. Objection? I hear none. Motion is hereby carried.
Item 11, proposed ordinance number 2023-290, approving the preliminary subdivision development plan of the Vine Shepherd Memorial Garden expansion, additional garden lots located in Barangay Bulwa, City, with an area of 2,702 square meters, containing 560 lots as applied for by the Divine Shepherd Memorial Gardens, represented by Mr. Richie Naum, subject to the compliance of the conditions imposed by the City Engineering Office, the City Housing and Urban Development Department of City Housing Board. I move for the approval of this ordinance, Madam Chair.
Any second? Objection? I hear none. Motion is hereby carried.
For inclusion, items 12, 13, move to approve second final reading.
Any second? Objection? I hear none. Motion is hereby carried.
For inclusion, Madam Chair, items 12, 14, up to 15. Up to 15, Madam Chair. For inclusion. Move
Any,
for-
okay. Any second? Objection? I hear none. Motion is hereby carried.
Number 12, item 12, proposed ordinance number 2023, authorizing, -291, authorizing the Honorable City Mayor Rolando A. Uy, representing the city government of Cagayan de Oro, to enter into and sign the memorandum of agreement with the Philippine Amusement and Gaming Corporation, PAGCOR, represented by its chairman and chief executive officer, Mr. Alejandro Tenco, covering the grant of financial assistance by the latter in the amount of 1 million pesos for the procurement of bundles of assorted books that will be used as reading and learning materials for Cagayanon learners under the terms and conditions stipulated therein. Certified urgent by our City Mayor. May I request Councilor Moreno, Amy Moreno, be recognized.
Councilor Amy Moreno, you're recognized.
I move to approve proposed ordinance number 2023-291.
Second? Any objection? I hear none. Motion is hereby carried.
Move to approve on second final reading.
Second? Objection? I hear none. Motion is hereby carried.
Item 13, proposed ordinance 2023-249, approving the supplemental budget number 4 of the general fund and the supplemental budget number 1 of the special account local economic enterprises utilities, both for calendar year 2023, with estimated income of 663,172,147 pesos and 17,296,368 pesos respectively, against estimated expenditures of the same amounts. May I request, this is certified urgent by our City Mayor, may I request Councilor Alam Lim to be recognized.
Councilor Alam Lim, you are recognized.
Madam Chair, everything is in order. I move to approve proposed ordinance number 2023-249.
Any second? Objection? Manifestation? Objection? Question. Councilor Attorney Joey Abo, you have the floor.
Thank you, Madam Presiding Officer. Good afternoon to everybody. As we can glean on the attachments of the supplemental budget number 4, indicated therein are the programs and appropriations for particular and specific items. And I also understand that this supplemental budget is certified urgent by the Honorable City Mayor. I just have one query, perhaps to the Chairman of the Committee of Appropriation, or any member thereof. Regarding this, found under page 113, other development programs and projects, barangay development programs and projects worth 150 million. May I inquire what are these projects and programs for barangay development to be appropriated for? Because there's no specific, hello.
Okay, let me, yes, Councilor Alam Lim, you have the answer?
This is in addition to the barangay empowerment projects, additional 100 million.
150.
150 million, yeah, sorry.
So,
Yes, I understand if that's the manifestation
Yeah.
of the good councilor. What are these
Specific.
projects to be implemented in the barangay, and how much does it cost?
This is individual barangay, not only one barangay.
Yes, yes, precisely. I understand that there's other barangays on this. Because we have to itemize this. If how much, kung 150 million ang intero nga proyekto sa barangay empowerment, what are these projects, specific projects?
This is the prerogative of the city mayor to identify.
I understand as well, but in this supplemental budget, we do not allow, in fact, in our annual budget, everything are already itemized. We do not, it is not allowed that we have a lump sum appropriation for any item.
Yeah, my answer is, it is the prerogative of the city mayor. So if you want, you ask the list of the mayor, because this is additional shortening sa barangay empowerment, so additional 150 million.
okay, Councilor, Majority Floor Leader, Councilor Edgar Cabanlas, you have the floor.
I will provide you a copy when ma-release na tong mga design.
Ni
So
First,
this August body.
If I may,
first-
I'm sorry, Majority Floor.
Yeah.
Yes.
Councilor Attorney, I have already recognized.
I'm sorry.
Then after Majority Floor Leader, did you have the floor? Okay,
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 ako
go
lang,
ahead.
explicar lang ko gamay. First, this is not a special appropriation. This is part of the supplemental budget. That means it forms part of the national, the local budget of Cagayan de Oro for 2024. This is not a special project with a specific appropriation, which must be klarohon gini mo unsa kana kung when it is a budget, when it is an appropriation outside the budget. But when it is as part of the supplemental budget, then we follow the rules of the Kisumbing versus Garcia, where if it is described, appropriately described in the budget, what is this money for, then the mayor has the discretion on how to spend that, but it should be within the context of the description of the project. So kung ingon ang mayor nga, ingon ang atong budget nga mo gani for good for, this is for sana barangay development, then it should be within that framework of barangay development. Di na pwede nga gamiton sa bislain, mo ni eskwelahan, dili pwede. But it should be within that description of what would be the barangay development. Muna nang Kisumbing versus Garcia. Katong sa Cebu. Nga kini dili na kinahanglan nga i-describe. But if it is outside that, kung doon na kati appropriation outside this sa budget, then it must be specific. Unsa nga project ang atong himuon. So mura na ako, Madam Chair, nga I think it is properly described when the description of the purpose of the budget is the barangay development project. So inana na siya.
Thank you very much, Councilor Edgar Cabanlas. Yes, Councilor Roger Abaday.
Madam Chair, in addition with the explanation of our majority floor and Chairman of the Appropriation Committee, Councilor Lim, we have already approved our annual budget 2023, and we also approved the annual investment plan. And this supplemental budget that the mayor is asking is already inculcated or already included in the our annual investment plan and our annual budget. So it is now the prerogative of the city mayor by necessity to implement to the barangay whatever the barangay needs, the 80 barangays in the city of Cagayan de Oro. So anyway, all these projects are being listed already, and kulang lang nato ang hard copy to look at those priority projects that the city mayor has identified. Thank you very much.
Okay, Councilor Michael Seno, then at Councilor Attorney Joey Abu.
Thank you once again, Madam Presiding Officer. Yeah, I agree with the statement of the majority floor leader, no. Sa akong yano nga pagsabot manggod, you cannot put a new account but pasabot bag-o nga pangalan diha kung wa na nakabutang sa imuhang annual budget. Dili pwede nga kwaon nimo sa 2018 nga proyekto unya mag-supplemental budget ka bag-o nga account. Akong bot ipasabot ka ng barangay development projects naa na sa atong annual budget. Naa na pundo daan dito. It's just that gikuha tong supplemental uban dito kay kulangan ang barangay development projects. Dili na siya new item. Subot sabton na-approve man ang atong annual budget for 2023, therefore allowed na siya sa Department of Budget Management. Kadua, Madam Presiding Officer, akong gusto nga punto ipaabot is that once we approve this is not final until the DBM will issue an order nga okay na, pwede na ninyo i-implement. Akong nasabdan, Madam Presiding Officer, nganong na ay barangay development programs nga gibutang diya, tungod kay sa atong previous nga budget, kulangan ang katong mga barangay empowerment programs na mga barangay nga pangtagaan. Short ang budget mo na nga naamay supplemental budget ipaagi din danhi karon. Pero dili ni siya new item. Naana ni sa atong annual budget kay you cannot put in the supplemental budget kung wala ni siya nga na program daan sa atong annual budget. Thank you so much.
Councilor Michael Seno, yes, you have the floor, Councilor Attorney Joey Abu.
Thank you again, Madam Presiding Officer. Yes, I understand this is not a new item. But since it was mentioned also a while ago that there are already projects which were already identified by the Honorable City Mayor and as to what barangay, how much would be the cost of the project, then it should have been also attached in this or indicated in the said supplemental budget, since according to my colleagues, there is already such projects or programs to be implemented, and probably later on, depending on the discretion of the city mayor on what projects to implement later on. Since to Madam Presiding Officer, I am also for the development of barangay. I am not interposing on this matter for objections to curtail the developments of our barangay. I just want to know what are these projects to be implemented, other barangay development projects. Since there is, as mentioned, naan naman daw kuno, then I think we all have to know as well what are those projects identified already. Since there is none, and it was mentioned a while ago that we will just be furnished a copy of these projects, then in the meantime, Madam Presiding Officer, I am only interposing my objection with respect to this item only.
150 million.
This item only. of the 150 million. And let me just put it on record that I am not anti-barangay development. This is just part of the measures that we have to comply and see and to know as the legislative body of the city government.
Lagi. Di ma objection man to, objection. Sa.
Any other comment? Yes, Councilor, Majority Floor Councilor.
There is a
Attorney
motion to
Cabandas.
approve this item and duly seconded. We can consider the manifestation of Councilor Dewey as an objection. So we divide the House.
Okay, so let us divide the House. There's this motion. Are you objecting, Councilor Attorney Joy Abu?
Only for that particular item in the supplemental budget. But the other items in the supplemental budget, there's no question. Only that particular item.
The
for-
150 million.
And the lump sum 150 million allocation.
It's still an objection.
Yes,
because
that is also an objection as
We
well.
cannot divide we cannot now separate and break down the item.
Okay, so let us decide. So there is an objection, consider the objection. So let us divide the House. Those who are for approving may raise your hand. Stop copying.
10.
10. Those who are against this motion.
Oh,
No, that is considered as a whole.
Yes.
But then, we're very specific, right?
Yes.
We cannot be only concentrating 150 million. We have to approve the entirety of the motion.
But it can be stated in the result.
Ah,
That,
okay.
the objection-
So, okay. So it can be stated, specific, is only 150 million, no? No is 3, and then the rest, yes.
So-
Okay.
Okay.
Abstain, Councilor Agaswan. Okay. So, motion, any second?
Second.
Ruling na.
Ruling na.
Okay, motion is hereby approved.
Move to approve second final reading.
Second, objection, I hear none, motion is hereby carried.
Isa to, sunod. Item 14. Item 14. Proposed resolution number 2023. Thus, 502 is declaring September 18, 2023 and every year thereafter as Bamboo Day in Cagayan de Oro City. Why not just support the...
Yeah, you know what? This is different, you know.
I-support lang.
Yeah.
Ay, nagutruhan ng balaod niya.
No. But this is my own point of view. Bamboo Day is different from the rest. That is only my own point of view. Because we are now into like promoting bamboo tree planting, tree growing, and everything for mitigation. So, sige lang, let us listen. Probably we will understand. Yes, Councilor Bernice Parsa, you have the floor.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Wala man. Di mo sure ni Bambo siguro ni. To the majority floor, thank you very much. I strongly agree that this Bamboo Day, this World Bamboo Day, is celebrated worldwide every 18th day of September. Actually, officially declared ni sa September 18, 2009 sa Bangkok. Now, Madam Chair, I know si Proclamation number 1401 ni former President Digong Duterte, siya po'y nag-declare officially nga ang September is also the bamboo month. Now, Madam Chair, tungod lagi kay nahimo naman sa tang chairman manggod sa climate change. Salamat yugoana ni Councilor Seno nga gihatag na niya sa kuha. In connection to that, number one gyud ang bamboo na dakong tabang in terms kung mayon tao climate change sa itong istoryahan. 1 hectare of bamboo forest may sequester 12 metric tons of carbon annually kung imo nang tanahon. Tapos lan man nga gadusok gyud ta ani nga napakay pending, Madam Chair, nga tree planting that which I also suggest nga tana there's a couple of percentage nga tana bamboo atong ipananom sa kiliran. So on the question nga nganong i-declare pa man inaaman, well, Madam Chair, I just want to put emphasis. I know manggod nga ang resolution is just a morabag support lang ba? Because even me, kundi lang po siguro ko nahimong chairman sa climate change, o kabalo nga na day bamboo day. Ang ato na ibawan nga bamboo, basig singer lang nato nga bamboo. So namang giday bamboo day. So if ever, like I said, kay nakahanay naman ko, Madam Chair, as the chairman of the climate change, nakahanay na po kong activity for that day. That's why I asked also Plenro nga mas maayo siguro magstorya ko o magpass kong resolution to show support. Well, a while ago, our majority floor said that we could also change the name, just a resolution to support or ever o unsa man unsa may mas maayo, Madam Chair. So ang ako lang is again just to emphasize and maghatag og resolution nga ato gyuning imarka nga ang September 18 mahimong Bamboo Day sa Cagayan de Oro City, Madam Chair.
Okay.
Subject to styling, Madam Chair.
Okay. Thank you very much, Councilor. Majority Floor Leader, Attorney Edgar Cabanlas, you have the floor.
Personally, Madam Chair, there is no law that was passed, national law that was passed, declaring,
wala pa. Sa world
So,
today.
This is different from that
Ah,
one.
sa world.
Just, because that was based on, there was really a national law that was passed. Here, there was none.
Okay.
It was just a mere declaration by maybe United Nations or the President. So I think we can agree to pass this resolution.
Okay.
Okay, Tani.
Thank
Kaya
you.
wala may national law that will become redundant kini atong balaod karon.
Okay.
Wala may Republic Act ni.
Okay. Thank you very much, Councilor Edgar Cabanlas. Yes, Councilor Girly Balaba.
Thank you, Madam Chair. The proclamation number 1401 only declared September as Philippine Bamboo Month.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
But there's
Not
no
the specific day.
Walay Bamboo Day.
Maybe we can...
Yeah.
Salamat, ma'am. So pwede na, ma'am, no? Ipakita na ko kung kandiis, ma'am, masing madapa dahil. So, Madam Chair,
This
majority
motion.
floor, so I so move for this
Any
resolution
second?
establishing September 18 as Bamboo Day in Cagayan de Oro City.
Any second? Objection? I hear none. Motion is hereby carried. Make sure to plant bamboo every September, not even September. Yes, second majority.
Move to approve on second final reading.
Any second? Objection? I hear none. Motion is hereby carried.
Last item 15, proposed ordinance number 2023 to 50, amending section 1 and section 4 of Article 2, Article 4, section 6 of Article 5, Article 7 and Article 8 of the City Ordinance 14564/2023 entitled an ordinance establishing the City College of Cagayan de Oro, defining its powers and functions, appropriating funds thereof, and for other purposes, adopting the proposed organizational structure and creating the City College as a local economic enterprise. Certified urgent by our City Mayor. Move for its approval. Madam Chair, the Chairman of the Committee on Education Suset is
Yeah.
in Japan, representing the city in one of the official activities there.
Yes.
And he called me up and said that this is an important ordinance because this is needed by September 15 by CHED. So, na yung mga pangutana, parti sa doon ay mga position kag-create nini. But I think what is primordial reason why we should approve this is gagpas kita, ang atong mayor gagpas nga, makasugod kita sa pag-open nini nga college within, I think, next year. And we have only up to December this year to have all the papers and certifications approved. So, medyo tasan talang tingala itong pasensya nini, although I think we have not read. Naanara ninyo, sa ako, I am in favor of having this passed. That is my
This is
position.
a prerequisite before opening the college, community college.
Now, today, September na, pikinigi kayo. And na yung mga position that the reason why it's now considered as a local economic enterprise is for us to exempt of the kanang atong gitawag nga PS limitation or personal services limitation. Otherwise, if we will not declare this as part of the local enterprise, just like kamerkaduhan, sementeryo, o kuman pa, then dili na siya makapasar kay musubra na kita sa atong PS limitation. So, importante kayo ni Madam Chair.
So any
In fact, the salary of the president of the college is more than the salary of the mayor. So, pero hinana magina. Umay kini kami sa CHED.
So, any comment? Manifestation?
So I just move, Madam Chair, for the approval. Duly seconded.
Any second? Any second?
Second.
Any objection? I hear none. Motion is hereby carried.
Move to approve on second final reading.
Second? Yes. Councilor Attorney James Judith.
Sorry, Majority Floor Leader. Ang ako lang is, sa kaning atong gipang sugyot nga, gipang usab, gipang amendahan, unsay may nakatumbok bali nga rason nga nun na amendahan nato sa change sa katong gitanon ako sa professor man to nga plantilla.
Tungod ka na
Sa
sa
sweldo?
requirement sa CHED. Ang ilang requirement, ang atong gihatag primero sa ila, wala makasubay sa ilang standard.
Okay.
So muna ang gikuan.
Giusab.
But, Madam Chair, I would like to, as suggested by our Secretary, there must be a footnote on our resolution that the Secretariat of the Cagayan de Oro College should prepare a very concise and accurate description of all these positions.
Yes.
Kay
Wala sa
subject to styling.
Yes,
Okay,
exactly.
okay.
That's my question. Pero I have no objection. I just want
Ayaw
that
mag-object, Alex.
considered.
Ayaw mo.
I'm not
Mamarka
objecting.
gini
That's why
pangalan dito.
I just wanted it to be very clear. I just wanted to be very clear as to the annotation.
Okay.
So,
On
subject
the
to
amendments.
styling.
Subject to styling,
Okay,
Madam
okay.
Chair.
So, second naman ba?
Move to approve second final reading.
Any second? Any objection? I hear none. Motion is hereby carried.
Imbis mo yung matagkape. There being other matters to take up, move to adjourn, Madam Chair.
Session adjourned. God bless us all.
Yes.